Hey guys, Kev here. I'm going to do a very quick EDC update for, you guessed it, May. Even though it is April 25th. You know how it go up in here? I'd be like 2 weeks, 10 days out. I try not to go further than that. You know, I could freaking record shit for like a month ahead, but I used to do that. And then I'd forget the knives. Like, I'd forget what they felt like. People would ask questions in the comments, and I'd be like, I don't fucking remember. It flicked. Not that bad, but, you know, it was bad. And so, yeah, I try to limit it to 7 to 10 days because I want to have the cushion in case something happens, you know, like soon. Hopefully the buzz is going to show up. I got to QC all those with, you know, hopefully people, but it's going to take some time. I might have to stop recording. It's good to have that little cushion. Just like with your bank account, folks, you should always have a cushion and not have a credit card balance. Just saying. Words of wisdom from the OD Lefty over here. So, without further ado, is anything different? Well, not really, but let's see what I got. In my front left pocket, I have a slip. It is not a Jack Wolf though. This is a beautiful Northwoods Leatherworks slip with a Kvist Bladeworks Vanish slip joint. This is my third one. I have 3 currently. And this one has the Urban EDC Shagaha, however you say it, pattern. I don't know how well that's coming through. It's hard to see with all the sun up in this business. But it is gorgeous. And at first I wasn't sure, but it really grew on me. And now I really like it. And I think it's better with this sort of subdued slip versus the one that I initially had pegged for it in that fancy leather. But walk and talk is phenomenal. This is the best bang for buck slip joint on the planet. Also the best small slip joint. Best backup knife. It's in a lot of the best categories for me. One of the best knives of 2023, if not the best so far. Absolutely love it. The Blackwash one, you can pinch a little better anywhere you want. So if that's important to you, the Blackwash one makes the most sense. I'll link this down below. They may still have some at Urban EDC. I'm sure you'll be able to get the Vanish. Maybe not in this pattern, but I know Jacob has his own sort of lasered versions as well. So I have that. And then my other knife, my primary, so to speak, even though it's in my backside pocket, is the EMP EDC Relative. I am smitten with this knife, guys. Absolutely in love with it. This compound grind is sick. The action on this thing is ridiculous. Put skiffs in it. D10's money. Just a fun knife to fidget with. Works very well left-handed. Ergos are money. 2 things happened to me in the last 2 days, though, with this knife. I carried it Sunday to a dinner and everything, and I noticed some rust spots, like right along here. Surface rust. Not on the bead blast, which is kind of weird for me, but it was on the belt satin. So I don't know what happened there. Probably my sweat, or I let it get wet somehow and it sat. But it came right off with a rust eraser and then a tiny bit of flitz. And it didn't mess up the finish or anything like that. So I don't know what it was. I ended up putting a little bit of knife shield on it and then some of the Wicked Wax. So we'll see how that holds up. I think it was more of a fluke. But I have rusted M390/20 CV more than any steel. Usually M390. This one is 20 CV. But then today I sat down at work and I accidentally caught the clip on my desk chair arm. And whoop! That puppy was sitting a good ½ an inch off the scale, but I have an easy trick for that, you guys know. Just took out my striker bit, swapped the clip to backwards, screwed it back in, bent it back down, and now we have better tension than we did before. So absolutely money on the Relative. One of the best knives, again, of 2023. These 2 knives, I think, would be my top 2. Top 3, I think the Denka from Cavil Knives would be in that top 3, and the low drag jack from Jack Wolf. That's a top 4 right there. I don't know about a 5th one right this current moment. But that's the knives. I, of course, have my CWF Micro Arcadian with the Zircuti clip. That has not changed, and I don't see it changing. I have my NJT hand power coin in my Oak City Leather Supply slip, which is beautiful and fantastic. This is a Mokutai one of my strongest, snappiest ones. Just got this sort of gray finish to it. Very subdued, but I really, really like this coin. It's just got a lot of snap to it. Fantastic. That's pretty much it. My keys are very similar, except I did add the quick release from, it's called the Kappa quick release from Prometheus Lights, I believe is their company. I got it on Urban EDC, and of course now my thing, this is all hung up somehow. I don't know how that happened, but so here it is. Snaps right off. It has a spring in there. It's not magnetic, which is nice. So it doesn't like cling to all your shit when you take it off. And I found this very useful because I take walks with my kid after school. I'll pick her up from daycare sometimes with a stroller instead of the truck, depending on if I'm in the office or at home. And now that it's nice out. And so when I walk, I can just pop off my P.O. box key, drop it in the stroller. We go to the post office. I drop shit off. I pick stuff up. And then when I get home, I pop this back on. Which is nice because I have to have this key to get into the box. So Kappa quick release, they're like 25, 30 bucks. Really good price, I think. At least I think that was the price. And then the only other thing before I run here is I've been keeping these, it's rolling square. I'll link it down below. I have a discount code, LeftyEDC20. Will get you 20% off, and they're these awesome little cord adapters, or sorry, cords that cover you on every basis. You have a USB-A that pops off to a C. You have a micro / lightning and a C over here. You can pretty much charge anything with this. It's magnetic, and it has a little cap on it. They have a couple different versions, smaller than this, just braided right here. Then this is the 1 foot. Then they have a 6.5 foot, a 10 foot. They have all types of cool stuff. Check out their website. And I also have their little power bank in here that you can actually hang on your keys. And it's meant to be set up that way. You mount it to the wall. It pops on your wall. And then when you get home, you just slap it on your wall. It charges it and your keys hang off, and then you have it on your keys. But I keep it in my truck as sort of a backup power brick. So that's it, guys. I got to grab my kid. Let me know what you have this month. I love you all. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.